Good morning. This is the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. My name's Dave Burney.
I'm Brent Apperson. Good morning.
Sometimes in this world and life, Brent.
Yes, Dave.
And folks out there, I know most of you already know this, but sometimes in life, you just have to let it go. You just have to know that sometimes, well, almost always, the first time you experience something oftentimes is the best. It's fresh, it's new, it's exciting, it's something you've never experienced before, and so it sticks in your memory banks.
Yeah.
But then when you want it to happen again and it doesn't, you have to let it go. You just have to let it go. And I honestly don't believe that I'm going to have the privilege and honor to, excuse me, sorry.
Wow.
To see the Tomato Maiden ever again.
Oh, man.
I believe it was just serendipity timing.
Yeah.
And there I was, out came from the stars, the Tomato Maiden, and offering tomatoes to yours truly. I took them home to my lovely wife. She's still enjoying those delicious tomatoes. But I don't believe. I understand now that sometimes things only happen once for a reason.
You mind if I ask you something?
Sure, go ahead.
Have you been constantly walking by the Tomato Maiden's house in hopes that she will reappear?
Well, I didn't last night because Joan and I went to the school board meeting. And so I didn't get a walk-in last night. And
Okay.
I think I might just avoid that.
Okay.
A particular area for a while until the tomato season is completely over. I just don't think I can take it. Because if I go by and the Tomato Maiden doesn't come out, it's going to be disappointing, I got to tell you. But if
You're not going to go over there and just like camp, are you? You wouldn't do that because that'd be a little bit much.
It would be, but I might just do it.
Oh.
But I'm just going to go the other direction. I'm going to accept in life that once in a while, it happens once, enjoy it, savor it, and then go on with your life.
You know, that's a good attitude to have. You just need to appreciate what has happened and not, be disappointed about it not happening again. You need to appreciate what has happened.
Well said.
Because, there's a very good chance there was a chance you would have never experienced that, period. And now look at how it's changed your life.
Exactly. I was just walking along and the sky opened up, the sun shined down, and there was the Tomato Maiden. And
Dave started moving in slow motion.
Yes, it was surreal. And I was able to take my beautiful wife 5 tomatoes, 3 in one hand and 2 in the other, all the way home.
Wow.
And
I'm impressed that you made it all the way. First off, how far away from home were you?
Oh gosh,
A little ways, I think, right?
a few blocks.
I'm impressed that you made it all the way back with 5 tomatoes just in your hands without dropping one.
Well, I believe that the Tomato Maiden knew exactly what those tomatoes weighed, and she handed 3 over to me to start with, and then offered 2 more, and I had the 2 larger ones in my right hand and the 3 very nice sized ones in my left, and I think it just balanced out.
Wow.
It was a balanced situation.
Mm-hmm. It's good to have balance in your life.
Yeah. Sure is. Boy.
Well, yeah, don't be disappointed. Just appreciate what happened.
I am.
Yeah. Good job.
It's been a great summer. I started my mowing, knife sharpening business. I haven't been paid for any of my work yet, but I will. I'll feel confident. And then along the way, I'm walking along and I get to meet the Tomato Maiden.
Wow.
I don't know what else you could ask for, really. I don't know. There's just nothing really that, able to take my beautiful wife home 5 magic tomatoes. What could be more exciting? Now, moving along, if we want to get back into reality, I know some of you think this is a little bit out there, but let's get serious for a moment. I would like to today, during the show, don't let me forget this, because I'd like to pluck a couple of stories out of local news this morning. Jeremy Scheib went up to Taylor yesterday and put together outstanding story because of outstanding students and teachers, nationally recognized.
Oh, great.
The best in the country in Taylor, Nebraska for their work. So we're going to feature that. I want to feature that story. And then we also had a young man from Arnold who took it upon himself with the help of the community to improve the Arnold Lake, the Arnold recreation area. And that was through a Rotary program. If you think there's kids out there that, all the kids are not doing anything, that the kids don't do good things, listen to the Breakfast Show today. We'll give you 2 examples.
Great.
Okay? And to be known as the best in the country for what you have put together in honor of some heroes, and that's fantastic. To get together with the community and make improvements on your own, that's pretty cool.
Yes.
No matter what age. These are young people. They're good. They're going to tear it up in this world. Okay?
All right. Look forward to that.
All right. It's going to be fun. Let's see. What's today? Tuesday?
It is.
So today there's volleyball, right?
There is. We'll be in Elm Creek tonight. Triangular with Anselmo Myrna, South Loop, and Elm Creek. And we'll have the matches live on the radio on KBBN 95.3 FM and KBBN.com. And we'll do a live video stream as well, which you can access through sandhillsexpress.com. Opening match scheduled for 5.
All right. Thank you very much. Also, speaking of the Broken Bow school board meeting held last night, it was a very important meeting. And because I think we had 10 minutes of local news this morning, we have a shortened story on the school board that will run at noon yet today. We're going to try to put together a little more details for you by the 5 o'clock news today. And then there was also a story in local news that is on, I think, through the noon hour concerning the recall in Sargent. So those are some of the stories, but we're going to pull the 2 out for you today and remind you that we'll have more details on the school board meeting that was held last night. A lot of conversation to sort through, and we don't really have any more time for the noon report to put any more in. So we'll do it at 5 and run that story a little, maybe at noon, 6 a.m., 7 a.m. tomorrow. How's that? I mean, 5, and then tomorrow morning.
Sounds good.
Through noon. Let's very important. Oh, Steve Hornickel just dropped in a word. You are blessed today, Dave. Says you are blessed, Dave.
Yeah.
Steve, you know it, man. Who would ever have a chance like that in life? Thank you, Steve. Appreciate it. Tomorrow, Wednesday, they're having a suicide awareness walk at the Callaway track starting at 5 p.m. And they're going to be having free hot dogs, chips, and bottled water, as well as information about suicide prevention and awareness. And this is hosted by the Callaway Hospital Senior Life Solutions. So take that in. 5 p.m. tomorrow. They'll probably be walking through the evening, early evening, and they'll have something for you to eat and some water to drink for a very important cause. Also, Brent Amperson.
Yes, Dave Burney.
Today is, or tomorrow, Wednesday, is the last day for the high school rodeo reports.
It is.
It's over.
Well, yeah, the fall season came to an end. Yeah, had their last rodeo Sunday.
All right. So you'll have that Wednesday at noon and 5 on KCNI.
Yep.
1280 AM.
That sounds correct.
96.3 FM.
Sure, we'll do it on there too.
Online at KCNI1280.com.
Why not?
Or if you have the free app, you can listen to it on any device.
I believe
anywhere
so.
you go. Same with any of the programming on KCNI, KBBN. How was the governor's call-in show yesterday? Was it entertaining?
Yeah, I don't know. See, now you're putting me on the spot. I didn't.
Well, let me rephrase it.
I sat at my desk. I'll be honest with you. I just kind of keep my ear on it to make sure that it's on.
Oh, I see. I was going to ask you then.
Is that bad to admit? I don't necessarily listen intently.
Well,
I just want to make sure that there's no technical issues.
I understand.
So I'm just listening for silence.
Yeah.
And if there's silence, then I know, I've got to run in there and do something.
Well,
so I don't know.
Okay.
Your question is tough for me to answer.
The truth will set you free.
Okay.
Now, if we had our project completely done with our engineer, it would call you and let you know.
Right. Yes.
But right now, only KBBN has the silence sensor on it. If we get that completely done, then you wouldn't probably have. It would call you after 60 seconds of dead air.
Yeah.
But we don't have that completely done yet. All right, I think we've covered most things today. By the way, guess we haven't. My finger's wagging.
Yes.
Sorry. I'm not pointing at you. I'm wagging.
That's all right.
The food pantry's open today from 1 p.m. until 3 p.m. here in Broken Bow at 1100 South 6th. And there's a blood drive at the Cozad Catholic Parish Hall from 10 a.m. until 5:30. A vaccine clinic in Arcadia at the Foot Clinic today from 1 until 3 p.m., including flu and COVID shots. Bring your insurance cards or a $15 donation to help with the program's cost. So that's happening today. School lunch menus. We'll start with the Prairie Pioneer Center. And what did I do with my pen? There it is. Meatloaf, mashed potatoes and gravy, broccoli, dinner roll, and fruit. That sounds delicious. Cooked up at the kitchen at the Prairie Pioneer Center. Call them by 9 o'clock. Let them know you'd like to come and enjoy the meal at 872-6121.
All right, school lunch menus now. We'll start in Gothenburg. Made fresh goulash with garlic breadstick, popcorn chicken with garlic breadstick. Some of your choices at Gothenburg today.
Arnold, tacos, fruit, vegetables, and milk.
Cozad today. Some of their choices include Frito pie, barbecue pork sandwich, or a barbecue pork salad with Italian bread. Some of your choices at Cozad.
How do you like our new employee?
Teresa?
Yeah.
She's fantastic.
She's great. We miss Shannon because she was part of our family for almost 8 years. Now we have a new person, if you weren't listening yesterday, Teresa Mickle. And, yeah, I think she's going to fit in real nice. She seems real nice.
I agree.
Friendly. Outgoing. Geez, that's even better than what you and I are.
Yes.
Anselmo Myrna today. I shouldn't include you in that. That's
all right. I'm used to it.
Anselmo Myrna, fresh goulash with garlic breadstick, popcorn chicken with garlic breadstick, fresh baked combo sub, mixed vegetables, fruit, and milk.
This tomato maiden thing just kind of has you I don't know. It's
lifted me up.
You can't sit still. You're just constantly moving around in your chair, and wow.
Well, it's almost
I've never seen anything affect you quite like this.
Well, I mean, what was the odds that was going to happen?
Yeah.
It was a changer, all right.
Callaway today serving cowboy beans for lunch at Callaway.
It would be even more exciting if I liked tomatoes. Broken Bow today. Fresh goulash with garlic breadsticks, popcorn chicken with garlic breadsticks, fresh baked Italian turkey sub, uncrustable cheese and cracker platter, grill station combo hot dog basket, vegetables, fruit, and milk at Broken Bow Middle School, High School.
Will you eat a BLT? Do you eat BLTs?
I don't.
Bacon, lettuce, tomato sandwich.
I don't. But
Really?
I
Man,
will.
you're like un-American.
Well, I've been told that before, but for a lot of different reasons. But the good thing about America is you can be who you want to be, and it's a free
yes,
country
that's
for
true.
the most part.
Yes.
So I don't eat BLTs, but I will eat tomatoes if they're on a salad or something like that. I don't despise tomatoes. I like the sauces and so forth. I just don't. I don't know. I don't hate them. I just don't crave them like you do.
All right.
I mean, everybody's got their problem. You crave tomatoes.
Yes. Ansley today, chicken and noodles on the Ansley lunch menu today.
I don't know how people stand me. Sandhills at Dunning, pulled pork sandwiches, pork and beans. I don't know how my wife puts up with me.
Because she's an amazing lady.
She's got to be.
Yes. Today at, I have no idea, Loup City? Yeah, Loup City today, shepherd's pie or chicken penne bread at Loup City.
Sumner, Eddyville, Miller. Let me write that down. SEM. The Mustangs. Today they're having taco burgers, fruit, vegetables, and milk.
Thetford Public Schools today showing a pork tenderloin, scalloped potatoes, cauliflower, garlic toast, veggie fruit bar, and milk at Thetford today.
Litchfield, ham and scalloped potatoes and pancakes. I go ahead. I have a confession I'd like to do too, since I've met the tomato maiden. I feel like I want to be more open.
Okay. I've got two more menus here to share with you. Arcadia today, spaghetti at Arcadia. And at Sargent today, homemade pizza, green beans, apple pie, and fruit cup, milk, and salad bar on the menu at Sargent today.
Well, I have a little problem because I believe in guilt, and you know that. And I think you should feel guilty about things and try to correct them when you can. Sometimes you can't correct things that you've done wrong in life or made mistakes in life. And, when I went through the Medicare survey, I scored high in guilt. So,
okay. Guilt can be a good thing.
Yeah.
But it can, if it goes too far, it can be bad too.
Yes, it can. Yes. So you got to get it off your chest.
Yeah, okay.
So
I'd go with that.
Here's my confession. I thought the show we did with Liana and Allison the other day,
yeah,
was
Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency.
That whole show really stunk it up. I really messed everything up that day. Now,
see, I think you're being too. I've had this discussion with you before. Ever since this happened, I think you're being too hard on yourself.
Well, here's what's going to happen, and Christy is going to not be happy with me.
All right.
Because I corresponded with Liana, and I said, I want you to come back and do a show for free.
Oh.
Because I just messed up so much when you were here. Things were kind of upside down around here. I was upside down around here, and I just didn't do them justice on the radio. I messed up Allison's name. I got her dad and father-in-law turned around, and I know both of them very well for years. There was just a lot of things that didn't work that day. So now I am going to have them back on the air for free, and I haven't told Christy yet.
Oh boy,
that could be a problem.
Well, yeah, I think it's a fair thing for you to do, though. Christy will be fine with it, I think.
We'll see. Logan Gerardin is here, so we'll play the game a little bit later. How you doing, Logan?
I'm doing good. Don't feel too guilty, Dave.
Really?
Yeah, I was in Lincoln this weekend.
Oh, what happened?
So we were going to take our boys to a symphony or an orchestra.
Mm-hmm.
And we get there, and they were actually IDing everybody. So we had to show our ID to get in.
Right.
Because you had to be at least 18 years of age. Because at this concert, there was so much sax and violins that, they really had to make sure on that. So don't feel too guilty.
I liked that.
It was a jazz orchestra.
That was funny.
Jazz orchestra.
Oh man. Oh, Logan. Where do we start?
So anyway,
how in the world do we segue into serious conversation?
So in a serious conversation,
yes,
if you're looking for something to do on Friday, one of our warehouse employees, Kendall Peckmeyer, runs the Axe Kickers here in Bow, and he's having a ribbon cutting on
That's
Friday.
Great, yeah.
So that'll be a fun time.
I wonder are they going to hold the ribbon out and throw an axe?
Oh,
I interviewed Steph for the Chamber Report, which airs on Public Affairs Friday. We actually talked about that. I don't know about actually throwing, but using an axe to cut the ribbon.
Right.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So if you're looking for something to do on Friday afternoon, I think that ribbon cutting's at 4:30 in the afternoon. They're gonna have burgers and beverages and hot dogs, and it's gonna be a good time.
It will be. It's going to be a big day. There's several that will be happening, so we'll be covering those on Friday.
So that's what some of our guys do in their free time is they throw axes.
Yeah, they do. We went down and threw some axes a while back. It was fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
It is.
It's
lots
time.
of fun.
Yeah.
And while you're there, you might as well ask a lot of questions.
Sure.
Well, you have to know how to participate. Oh, wait. Jeez.
So,
oh boy.
If you're not doing that, you can be putting some weed and feed on your lawn.
Yes.
Get those weeds under control. It's time to start preserving your goodies, your bounty out of your garden. So you can do that. There's lots of stuff to do right now.
There's plenty going on.
There is.
I was just wondering how we're going to cover the ribbon cuttings and do the remote at the fairgrounds at the same time. Maybe they won't overlap.
Well, the ribbon cuttings will be later in the day.
Okay, there's no morning ones.
So, no, I don't believe so.
Okay, all right. Well, that's going to be a busy day on Friday.
Very
They'll
busy.
have football games,
you got
too.
your work cut out for you.
Yeah, we do. With an axe.
Well, I was going to say, yeah.
Wow. Okay, so take care of those lawns.
Yes.
Got an application left that we need to put on?
Yep, so right now we're doing the 4th application of our 5-step program, and that is the weed and feed. That needs to go on a wet lawn. So early mornings right now, when you barely walk through the grass and your feet are soaked, perfect time.
Good time to do it, yeah.
Yep. So, or maybe after a rain.
Which might happen this weekend.
Is looking like this weekend we might get some moisture. So,
and do not believe that those junk johners will let the rain stop them. They'll get out their umbrellas and they'll keep going.
So have you guys noticed the past few years, so Husker Harvest Days, it usually rains. Junk John, it usually rains.
At least one day, if not more, yeah.
So we could have the driest year on record, and one of those days it's going to rain.
Yeah. Well, it'll cool it down. It'll be comfortable.
It will. And if it gets some of the pollen under control that has been wreaking havoc on my allergies, I will be just fine.
I don't know anybody out there that doesn't have allergies anymore, so a little rain would be a relief.
The crazy thing, I did actually go to Lincoln this weekend. We went to the football game, but it was crazy how my allergies were different there versus here. And I don't know, usually it's the opposite. Usually I go to Lincoln and I'm miserable, but I actually wasn't that bad allergy-wise in Lincoln.
Well, there's usually more humidity in Lincoln than there is here, for sure. Not maybe so much as there used to be.
Right.
But, yeah, it's funny how when you go different locations, how your body reacts.
Yep. And then we get back here on Sunday afternoon and immediately.
Yeah. Well, you've noticed along the way the summer went, the ragweeds, along like little roadways and so forth are 6-8 feet tall.
Yeah.
So there's a lot out there.
There are.
Yeah.
There are. And, in some of these fields that you see, the best way to keep those weeds out, plant a cover crop. Keep something else growing there.
Right. I was just thinking about that this morning when I was getting ready for work. I need to get the rye in here.
Mm-hmm. Get
the garden cleaned out, put some rye in. And it's the same principle for folks in the country, right?
Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. If you don't plant something there, or if you don't keep something growing there, Mother Nature is going to fill it in for you.
Yeah.
You don't want that usually. It usually doesn't end well.
I was on the road a little bit this weekend south of Broken Bow. Well, we went down to the Buckeye area and Cumro area, and saw quite a bit of, I think, cane and different cover crops down that way. They plant a lot of that in that direction.
Yeah, there was a lot of feed put in this year just to get guys back to where they need to be.
Mm-hmm.
Last winter, I feel for all those cattle guys. I mean, it was just horrible.
Awful. Yeah, it was awful.
Just absolutely unreal. So a lot of feed went in just to replenish those feed stocks, not necessarily get in excess, but just to replenish where you need to be. So.
All right. So think about that this coming season.
Yep.
It's planting season.
And we do offer early order and prepaid discounts on most all of that stuff.
All right.
So, if it's something you're going to put in, why not save some money in the process?
Yeah.
And, at least we offer a discount, an early order discount, just for calling us and saying, hey, this is what I need. How easy is that?
That's pretty easy. What's the phone number there?
Do you want the 800 number, the toll-free number, the carrier pigeon number? Which number are you talking?
Carrier pigeon number is how I like to reach out.
The carrier pigeon number, that is 800-622-4727.
All right.
You could just tie it to the carrier pigeon.
Gotcha.
Just tie a note. Because we got plenty of pigeons around.
Yeah, they're around.
So,
well, hey, yeah, they do well just in communities and out in the country.
Yep.
And then what's your regular phone number?
Our regular phone number is 872-6826.
All right, and check out the website.
Yep, that's arrowseed.com.
Arrowseed.com, a lot of information on that. We're a little over time, but I'd like to ask you another question if I could.
Okay.
Moving cattle around right now, some cattle being worked, weaning going on. Soon we're seeing some chopping going, and soon the combines are going to be rolling, and that will mean cattle on stocks. If they aren't already, they will be pretty soon, and that takes fencing supplies.
It does, and we have what you need.
Okay.
So we've got the insulators. We did get some new wire in, so we got like the, what I would call corn stalk wire.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the thin gauge, the 16 gauge, I think, steel wire. So that's what you'd put around stocks. We've got the rod post insulators. We've got the posts. We've got it all.
You bet. You're set and ready to go.
Yep.
Last time you described, you got the solar combination.
Got the combos, and then we've got the plug-in energizers as well.
All right. If they haven't looked at their fencing equipment for a while, they might want to look that over. If they have a problem, they can bring it in, but it takes a little time to fix those.
Yeah, it does. Just like anything else. It's not an immediate
Get some
turnaround. If I've got the parts on hand that I need, doesn't take very long at all. But sometimes I don't have what I need on hand.
Sure. All right.
Because you just don't know what you need.
No. What's going to break?
Exactly. You stock up a whole bunch of one thing, thinking, all right, I've had 2 or 3 of these in, the past few weeks. And then you get those in, and then you don't have another one of those fencers come in to get fixed.
Exactly. Or maybe a mother cow or something happens out there, and they damage it some way.
Yeah, we do also we do have fence testers as well.
Oh, okay.
So you can, instead of the old-fashioned, hey, go see if that fence is hot, you can actually have a handheld device that you put on the fence
It tells you.
that tells you what it is, not, jumping a pair of pliers across to a steel post or just grabbing onto the fence.
I think most of us have only done that once, but it's not very much fun.
It's not. When it makes your teeth go numb, that usually is a good sign the fence is working.
Yes.
But it's not the ideal way to check it.
Okay, so you got the testers. All right. Logan, thanks a lot.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Yep. Hope you have a great remainder of your week.
I do, too. You guys as well.
Arrow Seed in Broken Bow open 5.5 days a week in downtown Broken Bow, one of the oldest and finest businesses in the area for many, many years. Stay tuned. News is next.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. 5 Americans freed from wrongful detention in Iran arrived at a military base in Virginia early this morning. Special Envoy Robert Carstens traveled with the group.
On behalf of the President of the United States and the Secretary of State, it's an honor to be the first to welcome you back to the United States of America and to freedom.
A court in Moscow has just sent an appeal by an American journalist back to a lower court. CBS's Cammie McCormick.
Evan Gershkovich is appealing his arrest. He and the Wall Street Journal deny the spying charges, and Russian officials have provided no evidence against him.
They haven't set a trial date. On day 5 of the auto workers' strike, Union President Shawn Faines released a video threatening more walkouts if there's no substantial movement in contract talks by noon Friday.
Auto workers have waited long enough to make things right at the Big Three. We're not waiting around, and we're not messing around.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
In Nebraska news, Governor Mullen doubled down last week on his effort to curb higher spending by local school districts after the state invested in a tax shift meant to ease property tax bills. Mullen sent a letter Wednesday to every school board member in the state. The governor's office confirmed that and repeated his push to restrain spending that echoed his September 1st call with superintendents. School board members said privately that schools are spending more because of inflationary costs, not greed. One described what the governor is doing as bullying. Board members declined to be quoted by name, citing fear of retribution. Mullen's letters urged school board members to use all but a sliver of the legislature's new $300 million investment in K-12 schools, as he and state senators intended, for property tax relief, not for new spending. According to the letter, districts rushing to exceed the new law of 3% year cap on revenue authority without urgent needs are working against the intent of the current state funding formula. After the governor's September call with superintendents, several school leaders told the Examiner that they're only increasing spending for real needs. Among them, higher diesel fuel costs for buses, higher health care costs, and higher staff salaries and higher energy costs.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Eddie Garcia.
We had a pair of Monday night games to wrap up Week 2 in the NFL. The Steelers beat the Browns 26-22 behind their defense, which forced 4 turnovers and scored 2 touchdowns. Both teams are 1-1. A bigger loss than this game, though, for Cleveland was star running back Nick Chubb, who went down with a significant knee injury in the second quarter. He was carted off the field, and he will almost certainly miss the upcoming season or the rest of the season. Saints beat the Panthers on the road 20-17. Tony Jones, a pair of touchdown runs for New Orleans in the win. Quarterback Bryce Young, the number 1 overall pick for Carolina, had 153 yards passing, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. New Orleans is 2-0. Carolina is 0-2. In baseball games of note, battle of division leaders in Houston. Orioles beat the Astros 8-7. It was the Rangers losing to the Red Sox 4-2, while the Mariners shut out the A's 5-0. Seattle moves into a tie with Texas for the final wildcard spot in the American League. They're also both a game and a half back of Houston in the AL West.
Here's a look at your weatherology forecast. High temperatures approaching 90 for today with sunny to partly cloudy skies. Then for tonight, mostly clear conditions, dropping back to a low of 53. Into your Wednesday, abundant sunshine, headed up to a high of 86 degrees. For Thursday, a chance for some afternoon showers and storms, upper 70s. And for Friday, we're back to 77. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Michael Caro.
As a roofer, I'm always on the go. So I need to be able to get things done from anywhere. That's why I partner with Beacon. With the Beacon Pro Plus app, I've got the brands I depend on, like Certainty Landmark Pro, right at my fingertips. It's like having my Beacon rep in my pocket 24/7. I rely on Beacon because I never stop building, and neither do they. Now through November, purchase Certainty through Beacon Pro Plus and earn up to $750. Beacon, always building.
You don't have to live in Britain to get what the New York Times calls the best of British telly. Stream the UK's most brilliant series only on BritBox. Unlock acclaimed favourites including Vera and Stonehouse, starring Succession's Matthew McFadden. Plus, don't miss upcoming original dramas like Archie, the story of Hollywood's greatest leading man, Cary Grant. Lose yourself in Britain's best entertainment, only on BritBox. Start a free trial at BritBox.com.
9 past the hour of 8 o'clock, 51 degrees outside. Mostly sunny. Winds are out of the west, 3 to 4 miles per hour. Barometric pressure at 2980. That's up 1 point. Humidity at 90%. Our high yesterday was 90 with an overnight low of 48 degrees. Sunset today at 7:43. Sunrise tomorrow morning at 7:23. An inch 57 precipitation measured so far this month. Sounds like that could change going into the second half of this week. That's a look at weather and news here on the radio. We'll be right back with more information for you on The Breakfast Show.
Gary's Superfoods online at GarySuperfoods.com. Right now, save on Chairman's Reserve Premium Boneless Pork Half Loins, $2.19 a pound. Red, yellow, orange, and green bell peppers are 4 for $5. And save on Wimmer's Big and Meaty Summer Sausages, $6.99 each. 5-pound bags of Idaho russet potatoes are only 2 for $5. Betty Crocker Hamburger Helpers are 2 for $3. These deals and more at Gary's Superfoods, South B Street in Broken Bow.
The Bo Bootery Retirement Store closing sale in Broken Bow is on our final week. Going on now, our entire inventory is 70% off the original price. Get 70% off all Western boots, 70% off all Western hats, 70% off all men's and women's sandals and flip-flops, 70% off all ladies' shoes, 70% off all winter boots. Even more, get 70% off all accessories. Shop now before the stock runs out. We're also selling our store fixtures and equipment, including an LED scrolling marquee sign, cash counter, and cash register. While you're there, register to win one of our 10 fantastic prizes, including a Samsung 70-inch smart TV and 5.3-quart GE kitchen mixer. That's our Bo Bootery store closing sale at 440 South 8th Avenue in Broken Bow. Open daily, Monday through Friday, 9 to 5:30, Saturday, 9 to 4. Take advantage of these 70% off or more deals before we close our doors forever.
It's time to get your junk on. Junk jaunting, that is. While you're out across the area looking for that special treasure, make sure you stop by and see your friends from KCNI KBBN at the Custer County Fairgrounds on Friday until 1. We'll be handing out coupons to some area businesses, and we just might have some other giveaways in mind too. Happy junk jaunting from all of us at KCNI KBBN Radio, your homegrown and locally owned radio stations.
All right, this just in from Lori Holman. Says Teresa Mickle is one of the best, but I might be biased, with a little smiling face there. Well, so far, she's behaved herself real well.
Yeah, we'll corrupt her soon enough.
Yes.
She'll start to act like one of us.
We'll take her to the dark side.
Yeah.
All right. We didn't get the game played, so shall we play the game?
We can, yeah.
It's Tumbleweed Day.
It is Tumbleweed Day. Everybody wants to win a something from the Tumbleweed Cafe in Broken Bow. Today we're going to give you a chance to win a take and bake small casserole that you can pick up and take home and pop in the oven. Here's your question for today. We're asking questions about the classic TV show WKRP in Cincinnati, which debuted on September 18th, 1978. Dave's raising his hand. Am I to call on you or what?
No, it's a guilt thing.
Oh.
I said that the turkeys were frozen turkeys.
No, they were live.
Yesterday.
Yeah.
I was corrected later in the day, and I won't say who corrected me. And I
should have corrected you because I heard you say that, but...
They never actually showed the turkeys
in
the show,
so.
but they weren't frozen.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to confess that and get it off my guilt list. Take that off my guilt list.
Oh, the humanity.
Oh, the humanity.
All right, WKRP in Cincinnati, the TV show. What kind of music did WKRP play before Andy Travis took over as the program director? They were playing a certain type of music, and then he came in and changed the format. So the question is, what kind of music were they playing before the format got changed? Your choices are easy listening, country, classical, or rap. If you know, call us at 872-2801.
Go and enjoy delicious home-style food and dine at the Tumbleweed Cafe from 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. every day. Or if you're on the go, swing through the drive-thru. In the morning, grab hot and fresh breakfast items. Meet at dinner for the family at home, but don't have the time to make it yourself? Breakfast casseroles, Reuben casseroles, chicken pot pies, lasagna, enchiladas, fresh bread, and more are ready to go home with you to pop in the oven from the Tumbleweed Cafe in Broken Bow.
I'm just so surprised because it was such a great show, but we're not getting any answers to the questions, which is surprising to us. But maybe we're prejudiced because we're in radio.
Well, and we're old.
Yes, that too.
Because you think about it, did start in 1978, so there's probably plenty of people listening to us that don't even know what we're talking about.
That's true.
But anyway, the kind of music that WKRP played before Andy Travis took over was easy listening.
Yes.
Then it became good old rock and roll.
Yeah. And then here comes Dr. Johnny Fever.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Yes. Venus flytrap.
Ooh. Okay. Now, folks, I think we have time here. I'd like you to listen very carefully to this story. Jeremy went up and covered it yesterday morning. It's a national story in Taylor, Nebraska. And this is about 5 minutes long. Listen carefully to just a wonderful story that was told yesterday.
LaFleche Picot passed away on September 18, 1915. 108 years later to the day, she and fellow unsung hero Dr. Elizabeth Catlett continue to have their stories told thanks to two bright youth in the small town of Taylor, Nebraska. Friends, family, teachers, and students filed into the Loup County Gymnasium for a special recognition for juniors Madison Glidden and Angel Estrada on Monday morning. It wasn't until that morning that they each realized the gathering was for them. Glidden said that Estrada had his suspicions.
Well, I thought I wasn't going to be here today, and Mom tricked me, and so then Angel comes up to me. He goes, "I think this is for us," and I was like, oh, now I'm nervous.
Despite the others in the gym that morning knowing they were there for Madison and Angel, only a select few knew where they had placed in the Lowell Milken Center for Unsung Heroes Discovery Award competition. Executive Director Norm Connard made the trip from Fort Scott, Kansas to make the presentations.
We are here because your students entered this competition, and we wanted to just recognize your school for being that kind of school. And I might say that the students who entered are representative of every student in the school, every teacher, every parent of the entire community.
Connard welcomed Madison Glidden up front to recognize her for her documentary about Dr. Susan LaFleche Picot, the first ever Native American doctor. Moments later, he revealed how Glidden's work had placed nationally.
Your film was the Outstanding High School Project in America from the Lowell Milken Center International Discovery Award Competition, #1 in the United States.
Glidden wiped away some tears as she accepted a large $2,000 check. During her research and composition of the documentary, she conducted Zoom interviews with 3 of Dr. LaFleche's surviving family members who are located throughout the country. She also spoke with biographer Joe Starita, who wrote a book called A Warrior of the People: How Susan LaFleche Overcame Racial and Gender Inequality to Become America's First Indian Doctor. In a video viewed by those in attendance, Starita attempted to put into words how important work like Glidden's is.
In 1890, the year of the Wounded Knee Massacre, there were 104,805 licensed physicians in the United States of America, 4.4% of whom were women. But only one of those women was a Native American woman. and her name was Dr. Susan LaFleche. Your hard work is allowing both natives and non-natives to see this true trailblazer, a woman who became the nation's first Native American physician, 31 years before women could vote, 35 years before people who looked like Susan LaFleche were considered citizens on lands they had lived upon for 10,000 years.
Joining Glidden among the nation's best was classmate Angel Estrada, who placed in the top 14 nationwide for his documentary, Artist to Some, Activist for Many, Unsung Hero to All, about Dr. Elizabeth Catlett. Catlett was an African-Mexican-American who used her art to break barriers and leave a lasting legacy for people of color. During his research, which resulted in the $500 Honorable Mention Award, Estrada also interviewed several people with ties to Dr. Catlett, including Naima Mora, who won the 2005 season of America's Next Top Model. Mora applauded Estrada's work in a video message.
And I want to say congratulations on everything, and I'm sending you all my love, and you have such a promising, beautiful future in front of you. Keep going, never give up, and follow those dreams. You're gonna make them come true.
Estrada said that Catlett's story spoke to him and clicked because of his shared interest of art. He said he knew he wanted others to hear it and know about it. He also thanked his teacher, Megan Hellberg, for the help she gave both him and his classmate.
I probably couldn't have done this without her. She's the one that introduced us to this project, and she helped keep everything kind of in order, in line. She helped me with my Zoom interview. I was pretty nervous for it. She helped keep me calm, helped me walk through with it with me, and she just helped keep everything in order.
Mrs. Hellberg tossed appreciation for her students right back.
As their teacher, I could not be more proud, but also I'm not surprised that this award came to Madison and Angel. Madison and Angel are the type of kids who are not okay with just being okay. They want to be great. They want the quality of their work to be exceptional, not just in what they do in school, but it's just how they live their lives.
Fantastic. Thank you, Jeremy, for putting that together, but congratulations. What an honor. Nationally recognized for their work. That's fabulous.
Yeah.
We'll take a timeout. We'll come back. And if we have time, we'll just tell you about a young man from Arnold who worked on a project that took him about 10 months to complete. That's coming up.
If you're looking for a fun new hobby, a way to pass the time, or even a sweet treat, go to Vardy Health Mart in Broken Bow. View their selection of Suns Out puzzles with great designs to choose from. Made in the USA, ready for your coffee table. Speaking of made locally, Nebraska Baker's chocolate candies are in stock, ready to go home with you for a special snack. Vardy Health Mart, downtown Broken Bow. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
The Bo Bootery Retirement Store closing sale in Broken Bow is on our final week. Going on now, our entire inventory is 70% off the original price. Get 70% off all Western boots, 70% off all Western hats, 70% off all men's and women's sandals and flip-flops, 70% off all ladies' shoes, 70% off all winter boots. Even more, get 70% off all accessories. Shop now before the stock runs out. We're also selling our store fixtures and equipment, including an LED scrolling marquee sign, cash counter, and cash register. While you're there, register to win one of our 10 fantastic prizes, including a Samsung 70-inch smart TV and 5.3-quart GE kitchen mixer. That's our Bo Bootery store closing sale at 440 South 8th Avenue in Broken Bow. Open daily, Monday through Friday, 9 to 5:30, Saturday, 9 to 4. Take advantage of these 70% off or more deals before we close our doors forever.
It's time to get your junk on. Junk jaunting, that is. While you're out across the area looking for that special treasure, make sure you stop by and see your friends from KCNI KBBN at the Custer County Fairgrounds on Friday until 1. We'll be handing out coupons to some area businesses, and we just might have some other giveaways in mind too. Happy junk jaunting from all of us at KCNI KBBN Radio, your homegrown and locally owned radio stations. Dave and Brent.
You two guys.
The Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
We celebrate accomplishments of young people in many ways. Sports gets a lot of attention. There's art, there's music that you just heard about. And then there are kids who get involved in organizations and community efforts. And this is a story about a young man in Arnold, Nebraska that just finished the job. KCNI KBBN News received a press release from Nicole Badgley, sponsor of Central Nebraska Interact, a part of the Arnold Rotary Club. The Central Nebraska Interact Club brings together young people ages 12 through 18 to develop leadership skills while discovering the power of service above self, the principal motto of Rotary. According to the press release, the Arnold Recreation Area's new lake fountains are running, and it only took 16-year-old Ethan Fern, a Arnold High School junior and Interact member, 10 months of hard work to get it done. Ethan envisioned this day almost a year ago when he joined the Central Nebraska Interact Club. Ethan's mother, Heather Fern, said she's incredibly proud of him. She said it was a lot of hard work, and all she could do was encourage him. At the very first introductory meeting, where it was announced that Interact would be a service above self club, Ethan knew what he wanted to do for one of the first projects. He wanted to get fountains for the Arnold recreational area so they could start fishing and swimming there again. The algae was so thick it was really hard to fish, he explained to the sponsor. What Ethan might not have known is how much it would cost. He did his research and found out what he needed to get the project off the ground. Ethan knew that he had to talk to some adults, especially the village, who owns the pond. However, he talked also to local agronomist and a chemical engineer and the Nebraska Game and Parks to ensure that the algicide chemicals would only kill the algae and not the fish that were already there. Then he began researching the types of fountains that would be beautiful as well as functional. The fountains would aerate the pond, making it harder for the algae to grow. Once he knew the types of fountains and the chemicals needed, he knew how much money he needed to raise and wrote several grants and managed to get all four. The Rotary was the first to invest $500 in the project so the chemicals could be bought and put on while waiting for the grants to come through. With a total budget of over $18,000, Ethan knew he would need to apply for many grants due to the fact that the Interact Club is a service organization and did not have money in its coffers to fund it. The grants included the Mid-Nebraska Community Foundation for $1,750, the Arnold Community Foundation for $6,000, the Custer County Foundation for $5,000, the Custer County Tourism for $5,000, the Village of Arnold, who paid for the electrical hookups and the electricity to keep them running, and there were several other local donations as well. Doug DeLon was instrumental in helping Ethan with assembling the fountains, getting them set out in the pond, and getting the electrical hookups installed. It couldn't have been done without him. Nicole Badgley, who teaches 6th through 10th grade English and the technology coordinator at the Arnold School, stated, "Teenagers as well as adults need to realize that teens can have a powerful voice. They can be empowered to do great things if they just talk to the right people. Having a network of people who can direct them leads to successes just like this one." Brent and Dave with you here on The Breakfast Show. Certainly not heroes, but glad to be with you. And we also, of course, are appreciating life in very special ways here on The Breakfast Show after the experience that yours truly just had a few days ago, meeting by chance with the Tomato Maiden. You know, the other day we were talking about relaxing with quilting. And the more I think about it, the more sense that makes. You know, if you could learn how to quilt and make something beautiful that you could give to somebody or put up on the wall or even sleep under, that would be a relaxing, rewarding thing. And we have the Quilting Shack right here in Broken Bow, Nebraska, East Highway 2, where you can go in and get a little help, getting set up and getting started. If you are a quilter, of course you already know, they have anything and everything you'll need to make a quilt. And they have the machines there that are fantastic. They sell machines. They've got it all at the Quilting Shack. Their hours are Tuesday through Friday, 10 a.m. until 5:30 p.m., and Saturdays 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. on East Highway 2. And by the way, they're going to be one of our sponsors of the Junk Jaunt remotes that you've been hearing about. We'll be out there Friday morning at the fairgrounds, and they'll be on the flyer with a coupon that we'll be handing out. So stop by and see us, and we'll hand you a coupon for some discounts at the Quilting Shack. Also, they would like to look down the road just a little bit. They'll also be at the Threads Across Nebraska in Kearney on October 13th and 14th. And because of this, their store will be closed October 12th through the 14th. Also, do not please forget about the Cleaning Shack right here in Broken Bow. You can still get dry cleaning done. They're located with the Cleaning Shack inside the Quilting Shack on East Highway 2. The drop-off deadline is on Wednesday by 11:30 a.m. You'll have it back the following Wednesday by 4 o'clock. The Cleaning Shack and the Quilting Shack, East Highway 2, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
Fall has arrived, and Sun Valley Landscaping in Ansley is ready. They've got their beautiful fall mums in, as well as ornamental kale, ornamental peppers and trees and shrubs ready for you to take home. For Junk Jaunt only, they're going to be set up along Highway 2 by the Old Hotel in Ansley, just south of their greenhouse, for more convenient shopping with multiple vendors. And so for Junk Jaunt, they will be open Thursday through Saturday this week, 9 to 6, and then open on Sunday from 9 to 3-ish. Chaz takes pride in growing her own mums in her greenhouse, so check them out. An amazing selection of colors to choose from. Stop by during Junk Jaunt this week, just off Highway 2 near the Old Hotel in Ansley.
The grocery cart in Broken Bow is ready and willing and able to take care of anybody coming through for Junk Jaunt. They're also ready and willing and able to take care of you as a local resident each and every day with their deli. And they're open with their deli Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. until 6 p.m. They offer daily lunch specials, homemade salads, homemade meals that you can eat there or take with you and warm up later. And the options change daily. They have a dining area if you just want to stay there. And don't forget about their delicious Chester's chicken available too. With GK Rewards, you can earn free deli meals. The grocery cart is open 7 a.m. until 10 p.m. 7 days a week.
Join Rustic and Red this Thursday for their monthly Sippin' Shop. They do this every third Thursday of the month. Sipping will start at 4 o'clock. Sales will go on all day. Be listening for more details to come later this week, and make sure you follow them on Facebook to stay up to date on all of the details. They're open 10 to 7 this Thursday for Sippin' Shop at Rustic and Red in beautiful downtown Cozad.
Well, Husker Harvest Days completed. You have to wonder then, I suppose Mark Stock just went home and is just probably sitting around, just taking it easy. Not a chance. Mark Stock is a busy guy with Big Iron Auction Company. Let's find out what Mark's up to today. Good morning, Mark. How are you?
Hey, guys. I'm doing fantastic. How are you doing?
Never as good as you, but we're doing good. We're doing good. How'd Husker Harvest Days go?
You know, we saw a lot of the folks that we have seen for years, and it's always good keeping up to date with everybody, but we saw a lot of new people, too, so that's always exciting. And we couldn't complain about the weather because it was some of the best weather we've ever had in Grand Island, Nebraska. Very comfortable temperatures, and of course we had a lot of real good conversations with a lot of folks wanting to know what we thought the machinery market was going to do this fall and into next spring, you know, because interest rates are up and everybody's concerned about that. Yields are down. Commodity prices are down in Nebraska, so they're concerned about that. But, you know, there's one thing. We travel all across the country, and we have auctions in a bunch of different states. In fact, today we have a beautiful sale in Valparaiso, Indiana, for the Russell Harder's estate. And as we drive to those locations, it seems like once you hit the Missouri River and you go east, folks, they've got some really good crops. They did have a tough patch for a couple weeks with some no rain early in the start of the season, but then the rains came a-coming, and that's in real good shape. Now, we do have some barges that are a little bit low, getting some of that grain transported, but most of the grain that is usually going down the rivers right now isn't being shipped there because countries like China, they're getting all their grain from Brazil and other countries that are now growing corn and soybeans, so don't worry about that so much. But, you know, our indication so far on the good quality equipment that's being sold on the retirement sales, the values are holding real good. We've seen a 5% retracement here on some of the majority of the items, but combines maybe a little bit better retracement than that, sometimes maybe down 15, 20% on some of the sales that we're selling equipment for that are owned by implement dealerships. But a good retirement sale or an estate sale, the values are holding pretty doggone good considering the yields, the commodities, and the interest rates. But, you know, we've got land selling today, too, in Riley County, Kansas, right by Manhattan, Kansas. There's 4 different parcels that are right in the path of development just a couple miles south of Interstate 70. That is being sold today if you're looking for some investment opportunities, because in a couple years, I'm sure everything around there will be turned into commercial property. So if you're looking for that, check it out. We also have some feeder cattle that are selling this afternoon. And then, folks, we've got some big machinery selling again tomorrow if you're in the market for quality equipment. 1,812 items will sell on tomorrow's online auction. We've got sellers all across the U.S. again. Andy Boston is selling some equipment. We've got the Bradley Schaaf sale in Illinois. We got the Ernest Boeing retirement sale in Texas. We got the Fordyce Farmers Nonstock Co-op in Fordyce, Nebraska. We have Keith and the late Mary Bittner family selling some items by Elby, Nebraska. A couple late model Case IH 4-wheel drive tractors are on that sale. We've got Schmidt Excavating in Burlington, Kansas. We even have the South Dakota FFA Foundation selling some items, and we're donating our services for the FFA Foundation. We do that for a lot of FFA foundations all across the country, so we're glad to give back. But if you're looking for late model excavators or bulldozers or self-propelled sprayers or fertilizer spreaders, we'll be selling those items then tomorrow. And we've got some additional real estate then that's selling the rest of the week too, folks. So if you are in the market for some quality farmland in York County, we've got some land selling Thursday there as well. And now we're also busy talking to all the people that visit us at Husker Harvest Days, guys, because they said, yeah, come out and see me because I want to schedule my auction either in November or December. Some say, yeah, I just want to do it in February or March of next year. And we send out our videographers now, and we drone the equipment, like the combines going through the field, and we videotape some of those tillage tools and spreaders and stuff going through the field, because that helps when it comes to sell. We add that little footage into the description, and it gives all those bidders and buyers some confidence. The average piece of machinery on Big Iron travels more than 305 miles, and we sold so far a little over 120,000 items in the last 12 months. So 305 miles is where it goes, so we try to provide as much information as we can, because a lot of people, believe it or not, folks, do not drive out to inspect the equipment before it sells. They get enough information. They're comfortable with the pictures and the videos, and, of course, talking to the owner, because we always publish the owner's name and their phone number and the rep's name and number, so anybody from outside the area can call them and get comfortable about the items that they're selling or wanting to purchase. And we do the same thing with a lot of the land, folks. We get a lot of the information out there on the land. So we have investors, and no, we're not selling a lot of land to foreign investors. We're talking investors from that have jobs, maybe grew up on the farm. They took a job in town, and now since the largest population of people are exiting the workforce, our baby boomers are retiring. Some of them, they have quite a bit of money in their 401k, and they want to buy an 80 acres or a quarter of ground somewhere, and they want to rent it to a family member, or they want to rent it to somebody they went to school with back 45 years ago, and their kids are farming it for them. They're looking at land as a good place to put some of that 401k money that's coming out of those 401ks. So those are the investors that we're talking about when they come to buy land. And of course, the next door neighbor and the people that own land within several miles around that farm, they're always interested in expanding their operations. They're the ones bidding and buying as well. But we're scheduling a lot of land to sell here now at the end of October and into November and in December. So if you're wanting to sell a farm or a ranch, if you want to just have some conversations, get the discussion started, you can always call us at 1-800-937-3558. That's 1-800-WE-SELL with the number 8 at the end.
All right, Mark. Always fun to listen to all the things that are going on. Those numbers are amazing. We appreciate you calling us, or we'll get a hold of you next time, however it works, but we love having you on the air. We appreciate it.
Hey, thank you, guys. We'll talk to you next week.
All right, Mark. Mark Stock with Big Iron Auction Company right here on The Breakfast Show. It's harvest time. Here's Neil Young. 8:48. I feel all mellow now after the harvest moon. I just feel after meeting the Tomato Maiden and now hearing Harvest Moon, I don't know if I can go on with the show or not, Brent. So that's why I said we'll be back with Brent Apperson, because I think I might have to just chill for a moment.
Okay. Would you like me to pass along information while you chill?
You can do whatever you want, man.
Okay.
It's like I said, it's a free country.
Yeah.
And you can go ahead and do what you want. Now, if you break the law, then you might end up in jail.
Yeah. You kind of feel like you're reverting back to kind of the vibe we had when we were in Arnold on Saturday. Woodstock, the theme for the parade, and we were feeling peace and love, and you kind of feel like you're getting that vibe again.
Man, once I put out on the hippie outfit, it just took me back. I could talk like a hippie just so easy. It was just coming out like spaghetti. I mean, It was something. I think you were getting tired of it. My wife said, Brent, I'm sorry you're going to have to ride with him in a car. So I tried to quit. And by the way, Brent took his wig off on the way home because it was bothering him. He just can't deal with...
No, I couldn't. I did pretty good. I did wear it all the way, though, from Broken Bow to Arnold, and kept it on during the parade. But then, I took it off shortly after we got out of Arnold and headed back home.
Hey, I didn't want to take it off at all. We were going to go.
I could tell that.
We're going to go golfing. I thought I'd just wear it golfing, but since you didn't wear yours, I didn't want to make some sort of weird statement.
So anyway, but you just chill.
Okay,
all right, just kind of relax a little bit, and I'll let people know about Lily Kate Boutique on the north side of the square in Broken Bow. They are excited for all their new fall arrivals, but because the fall arrivals are coming in, well, they got to get rid of the summer merchandise. So they also have summer merchandise that has to go. So check out their basement for the bargains. And they are also a Junk Jaunt remote sponsor. So if you come out and visit us on Friday, when we'll be live out at the Custer County Fairgrounds for Junk Jaunt, you can pick up a coupon, which will have kind of a discount that you can take advantage of for Lily Kate on the flyer. They're open Monday through Friday, 10 to 6, open Saturday, 10 to 4. While you're junk jaunting, make sure you swing on into Lily Kate Boutique on the north side of the square in Broken Bow. Also, Insurance of the Heartland is looking for some help. Do you enjoy doing something different every day? Do you enjoy working with the public? If you answered yes to those questions, working as an Insurance of the Heartland administrative assistant may be the career for you. Some of the responsibilities would be working with the agency principal to assist with marketing efforts to existing clients and prospects, verify information that they use to service customer accounts and make corrections within their computer programs. You would be answering phone calls and directing them to the various agents within the agency. As an agent team member, you would be receiving a solid hourly wage with guaranteed hours, 100% employee group health insurance paid, be in a vested pension plan, and have growth potential and opportunity for advancement in the agency. Looking for someone with at least a high school diploma or GED, strong computer skills with the ability to learn new applications quickly, excellent interpersonal skills, and obviously be people-oriented. If you're interested, you can email your resume to Brian, B-R-I-A-N, at INS Heartland. You can also drop it off at their office at 615 Main Street in Ansley. If you'd like some more details about the position, you can contact Brian and reach out to him at 308-935-1537.
Thanks, dude.
You bet.
It's pretty cool the way you did that, man.
Yeah. You know, it really is amazing to see how just the demeanor of you has changed from the beginning of the show. We came on the show, and I got to be honest, you were just like flying all over the place. Couldn't sit still. You were just jazzed up. And now it's just like a 180. All of a sudden, it's Dave Burney chilling.
Yeah.
And it all had to do with Neil Young.
Yeah. Let's do a little dreaming.
combine, grain cart, or wherever you are with 24/7 access to your accounts. Check your balances with mobile banking, keep up with spending with at-a-glance account review, and enjoy the many uses and advantages of My Card. Learn more at bruningbank.com. Bruning Bank is extremely grateful for all the farmers and everyone who helps with harvest. Bruning Bank, member FDIC.
Lashley Land Recreational Brokers is proud to be servicing the Custer County area, and currently land is moving at a high rate of speed. So if you are considering selling your land, now is the time, or get an opinion of what your land might be worth. Call me, John Farley, at 308-530-7854, or check me out at lashleyland.com.
Is pain keeping you from doing what you love? If your neck, shoulders, back, or knees are preventing you from feeling your best, it's time to take action. Whether you've had it for years or it's due to a recent injury, you don't have to live with the pain. Pearson Physical Therapy of Broken Bow offers personalized treatments and flexible appointments that work around your busy schedule. Call Pearson Physical Therapy at 872-5800 or visit us on the web at pearsonpt.com. The treatment you need, the care you deserve.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. 5 Americans wrongfully detained in Iran returned to the U.S. this morning. Special Presidential Envoy Roger Carstens traveled with them.
Let's stay in touch. This is not goodbye. And I know a lot of you are going to maintain the fight to try to bring more Americans home.
At the UN.
The 4th plenary meeting of the General Assembly is called to order.
President Biden scheduled to address fellow member nations next hour and urge continued support for Ukraine. Ahead of a speech by President Zelensky this afternoon, U.S. officials say they've been in close contact with Canadian counterparts about allegations the Indian government was involved in the murder of a Sikh separatist leader in British Columbia. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau.
Any involvement of a foreign government in the killing of a Canadian citizen on Canadian soil is an unacceptable violation of our sovereignty.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Monsi Bolaños.
The New Orleans Saints start the season 2-0 after beating the Carolina Panthers 20-17 on Monday Night Football. Tony Jones Jr. ran for a pair of 2-yard touchdowns in the victory. Carolina rookie quarterback Bryce Young completed 22 of 33 passes for 153 yards and a touchdown. The Steelers' defense forced 4 turnovers and scored 2 touchdowns in a 26-22 win over the Cleveland Browns. Deshaun Watson completed 22 of 40 passes for 235 yards. He had 1 touchdown, 1 interception that turned into a pick 6 and was sacked 6 times. Cleveland star running back Nick Chubb suffered a significant left knee injury and is expected to miss the rest of the season. And in the NBA, Spurs rookie star Victor Wembanyama reaffirmed that he will be playing for France in the upcoming Summer Olympic Games.
Here's a look at your weatherology forecast. High temperatures approaching 90 for today with sunny to partly cloudy skies. Then for tonight, mostly clear conditions, dropping back to a low of 53. Into your Wednesday, abundant sunshine, headed up to a high of 86 degrees. For Thursday, a chance for some afternoon showers and storms, upper 70s. And for Friday, we're back to 77. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Michael Caro.
If you love them enough to listen to them practice the same song on tuba, please be done. Over and over and over and over and over, then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the right seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
Sounds good, honey.
Check today at NHTSA.gov/the right seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
You don't have to live in Britain to get what the New York Times calls the best of British telly. Stream the UK's most brilliant series only on BritBox. Unlock acclaimed favourites including Vera and Stonehouse, starring Succession's Matthew McFadden. Plus, don't miss upcoming original dramas like Archie, the story of Hollywood's greatest leading man, Cary Grant. Lose yourself in Britain's best entertainment, only on BritBox. Start a free trial at BritBox.com.
9:06. Brent?
Dave?
I'm going to be totally honest with you. Jody,
Good. I'm glad. Be honest, Dave.
Jody is...
Just be honest.
I'm going to.
Okay.
The truth will set you free. Jody is in the lobby, and I have to do a little errand. So I'm going to play a little something peaceful, kind of mellow out, get Jody in here, and then we'll do an interview with Jody about off-Broadway assisted living. Would that be all right with you?
That sounds good. Sure.
Very good, man.
Final week. Going on now, our entire inventory is 70% off the original price. Get 70% off all Western boots, 70% off all Western hats, 70% off all men's and women's sandals and flip-flops, 70% off all ladies' shoes, 70% off all winter boots. Even more, get 70% off all accessories. Shop now before the stock runs out. We're also selling our store fixtures and equipment, including an LED scrolling marquee sign, cash counter, and cash register. While you're there, register to win one of our 10 fantastic prizes, including a Samsung 70-inch smart TV and 5.3-quart GE kitchen mixer. That's our Bow Bootery store closing sale at 440 South 8th Avenue in Broken Bow. Open daily, Monday through Friday, 9 to 5:30, Saturday, 9 to 4. Take advantage of these 70% off or more deals before we close our doors forever.
From morning to midnight.
After midnight, we gon' lay it on right.
Unique rock lives here. 95.3 KBBN.
And KCNI Radio during the breakfast show. 59 degrees outside, mostly sunny. And Jody is here from Off-Broadway Assisted Living. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Good.
Okay.
I was going to do good morning, but I'd like to get serious with you at this time, Jody.
Okay. What's going on?
Well, do you like tomatoes?
I do.
Do you like them like sliced on a plate with salt or sugar?
Salt.
And pepper.
And pepper.
Salt and pepper. Now, there are people that put sugar on tomatoes. You know that.
There is.
My grandpa used to.
He did?
Yep, sugar on his tomatoes.
This would be one of the conversations, I'm just guessing, that might happen around the table at Off-Broadway, because you have people that probably raised a lot of tomatoes and have eaten a lot of tomatoes in lots of different ways.
Yes.
Yes. So
we did have that conversation this summer, actually.
Did you really?
We were coming up with the different ways that we used to eat the tomatoes.
Yeah. So. BLTs, which Brent mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
With bacon, I guess the B is bacon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Or just
could be beef.
Just on a piece of bread with mayonnaise or butter or something.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, my wife makes a sandwich out of spinach, cheese, and a tomato on it.
Okay.
And I don't know if she toasts the bun or not. I don't think she does. I should know that after 50 plus years of marriage.
It's okay.
Do you ever remember when, maybe you still do it, when you went into the garden and just grabbed one and kind of brushed it off and bit right into it?
We still do that.
Oh, I guess if you like tomatoes, that's really hits the old taste buds.
It does. That summertime, that's what that's for.
Yeah. Does it squirt out and get on your shirt?
Once in a while, but that's okay.
Yeah. Does tomato juice come out of a shirt?
You have to do it the certain way.
Okay.
You have to wash it a certain way.
You don't want to wash it in.
No.
Basically.
No.
All right. So those are just an example, one or two examples of what a conversation might be like at Off-Broadway around simply tomatoes, right?
Absolutely.
Sounds fun, doesn't it, Brent?
It does, yes.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about availability. If somebody out there, this is mid-September, past mid-September.
Correct.
So if you're out there thinking about taking a look, maybe getting serious about moving, I would think this would be a good time to do it.
This is the prime time to do it. It's better to try to get moved in when the weather's decent and there's not any snow or ice on the roads or the sidewalks. So this is the prime time to do it.
Yeah. And I wonder about availability, because the last time we talked to you, had some one-bedrooms available, I think.
Yes, we still have a couple of those. So my suggestion would be to give us a call and talk to us to see what you want. And if we don't have something available that you like, we can get you on that waiting list. And then when something comes available, we can give you a call.
Okay. All right.
So.
Yeah, get on the list now.
Yes.
And as we've mentioned, and I think we should mention it every time, Brent, I don't want to get all worked up about it since we're mellow today. But paperwork can drive you crazy. Going through hoops with the government can drive you crazy. Jody and her staff can help you from going crazy.
We can. We do most of it for you. So that's the plus side of it.
Yeah.
So.
And even maybe with some of the paperwork that a person has to do themselves, you can kind of guide them and say, you need to maybe sign on this line. There's different things that you can help with, even though you can't do all of the paperwork.
Right, but we can advise of what they need to do and how to get that done.
All right. So I think I asked you this before, going back to tomatoes, but the sunroom on the side is you don't grow anything in there, do you?
No.
Okay.
No.
Right. Well, you could, but
we could,
but you don't.
No, not right now.
Do you have I know you have the hot tub.
Whirlpool.
Do you have like exercise machines?
We do in the front lobby. We've got the new steps sitting in there.
Oh, the new steps.
Oh, those are nice.
That's good.
Yes. Yeah.
Those are good. A good type of exercise. No impact, but you can, get some energy.
Strength.
Yeah, get some energy and strength.
Yeah. Residents use it all the time.
Do they?
Oh yeah. Gosh. They love it.
Maybe we should drop by and do that, and then hit the hot tub afterwards.
Oh, wow. Poor Jody. It's hard to respond. Welcome to my world. It's hard to respond sometimes to some of his comments and suggestions. You just don't know what to say.
I'll take it under advisement.
Yay, there you go. That's a good answer.
That's her go-to line. All right, so you have some space, and a good time to be making the move is now. I think everybody would agree with that.
Yep.
Now, I know sometimes people make the decision that they're going to come in the fall, spend the winter with you, and maybe go back to the farm or back to their home in the summertime. But a lot of times they end up just staying, don't they?
They do. They find that it's better for them, and they have somebody around all the time, and they won't be lonely there, so they end up staying, which is good.
It's very good. And things like taking medications and remembering whether you took those pills or not, that's a pretty big deal.
It is.
And you guys help with that.
We do.
Yeah.
We do the medication administration for them, so they don't have to worry about it.
Don't even have to have their own pill box to keep track of.
Nope. Mm-mm. We do it all for them.
I took a pill box on vacation, so that you didn't have to put them all, all the bottles in, and you just figure out how many days. But it is kind of hard. You get up and shower, and you can't remember, did I take those before I showered, or did I not, right? And that's real easy to do.
It is.
So, and I did shower while I was on vacation, because you indicated maybe I didn't shower enough for your liking, Brent.
I don't recall that.
That was just a minute ago.
Well, you were talking about when you come out to work in the morning, you get up at 4:30 or 4:45 is what you said.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Depending on whether you shower.
That's right.
And then right after you said that, you said you got up at 4:30 this morning, which I responded, thank goodness. because that means that you showered. So when you said you got up at 4:30 today, yes, I was thankful. I'll just say it.
Well, let me just ask Jody a question.
Okay.
In the rooms, is it walk-in showers or do the bathtubs or both?
We have a combination sometimes, and in some rooms it's the tubs, in some rooms it's the walk-in shower.
Mm-hmm.
Just depends upon the room design.
Yeah, and tubs are great for soaking if you're a soaker. But also showers are nice if maybe your knees are not working as good as you'd like, and getting in and out of a tub. So you kind of talk to your potential residents about that when you sit down and talk to them about it.
Absolutely, because them little things can make a big difference.
Yeah. Well, you bet they are. If you're good, comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah. And speaking of comfort, each room, and as a matter of fact, if I remember correctly, not just the apartment itself, but control of heat in separate rooms within the apartment themselves.
Yes. Yes. So the bedroom has one control, and the living room and kitchen has another. So
nice. Now, if you're cooking, maybe baking something in the oven, the kitchen is going to be naturally warmer, so you can turn the heat down without making it cold in the living room. You follow that, right?
I'm following. Yes, okay. Thank you.
All right.
Poor Brent.
Thank you, Jody. You know what? If I had a dime for every time I went out in public and people came up to me and said, "Poor Brent," I'd be rich.
Hey, I had a guy tell me on Sunday that he likes to listen to us give each other a hard time.
Oh.
I said, "Oh, I know. Sometimes that Brent really gets out of hand." So, now, what's going on? I know you had some activities recently centered around a special week.
Yes, Assisted Living Week. So last week we did that, and we had to postpone the big celebration until yesterday, but we got that in for them, and they enjoyed themselves all week.
Good.
So.
They did. I bet they did. Now, to have such a wonderful place, you have to have wonderful people work there. I know you've got a great staff, but you have a few positions to fill.
We do. We've got the medication aid. We've got full-time day shift available. You get all the benefits and a sign-on bonus with that. And then we're excited to announce that we've just promoted Felicia, our activities director, to full-time marketing.
Oh, great.
So we're looking for an activities director, evening cook, part-time, and a part-time server for the day shift, and then part-time housekeeper.
Okay.
So
some nice positions there, full-time and part-time.
Yeah.
And you have benefits for full-timers?
We do. And the part-time, you get PTO.
Okay.
So.
You know what PTO is?
Time off. Yes.
You just put him on the spot, Dave.
Again, it's not power. It's not power takeoff.
No,
it's not that. Good job, Dave. Way to clarify.
I got to keep things straight here. All right. Well, what a wonderful place, and people enjoy living there, and people actually enjoy visiting there because you're going to have a great conversation, whether it's about tomatoes or the old garden days or whatever, when you go into Off-Broadway and sit down and visit with your family, and you're probably going to end up talking with somebody else.
Absolutely.
Okay.
We always get it done. So
if they want to apply for those jobs you mentioned or talk to you about getting an apartment, they just drop by or give you a call ahead of time?
Yep, either way, you can drop by at any time and fill out an application, and I'll talk to you at that time. Or you can just call me at 308-872-2522.
All right.
So.
Jody with Off-Broadway Assisted Living, one of our guests that we look forward to visiting with every week, and I know she looks forward to coming in and visiting with us. I couldn't understand why she wouldn't want to come in.
I do love coming in.
Good. That makes us feel good, and say hi to Bob.
Will do.
Okay. Any fishing reports? You guys been out?
We, I think last weekend we did the Harlan tournament, and we're done pretty much for the year.
Pack it in.
Yep.
The Harlan, there was a tournament on the Harlan Reservoir?
Yes. Yeah.
All right.
So.
Good. Is the reservoirs coming up? Do you know?
No.
They're still low.
They're going low.
Yeah. Well, we got to keep things going out there as far as the crops go, so we'll just have to wait for that. But we'll go fishing this spring. Do you ice fish?
No.
No.
Haven't done that yet.
You might like it. People seem to love it, or they don't like it at all.
Depends. I don't like the cold, so.
I always found ice fishing out of a pickup worked pretty good. Just pull up to the bank and drill your holes out in front of you, and then if you get cold, you just sit in the pickup, wait for a flag to go up.
Okay.
Got to be the right lake to do that.
Yeah.
That's my fishing tip for today, Jody.
Okay.
All right. Thanks.
Thank you.
We'll take a time out with these words on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
For over 40 years, the grocery cart has proudly served Custer County. Certified Angus beef cube steaks are $5.98 a pound, and Hormel boneless and pork loins are $2.28 a pound. 2.5-pound bags of Best Choice boneless, skinless chicken thighs are $5.98. 10-pound bags of Best Choice russet potatoes are $4.98, and California Bartlett pears are $1.58 a pound. 6 rolls of paper towels or 12 rolls of bath tissue from Fiora are $6.78 each. Grocery Cart, East Highway 2, Broken Bow.
The dangers of secondhand smoke are well known. But what about secondhand aerosol, which is created when using e-cigarettes? Science already shows a secondhand aerosol can contain nicotine, heavy metals, and cancer-causing agents. Eliminating exposure to secondhand aerosol is an important step to keeping everyone safe. Breathe easier knowing the facts.
For help quitting, call the Nebraska Tobacco Quit Line, 1-800-QUIT-NOW, 1-800-784-8669. Paid for by Tobacco Free Nebraska. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Did you know soybean cyst nematodes are the most damaging soybean pest in North America? These microscopic pests cause huge crop losses, as much as $1.5 billion annually. Despite having resistant seed varieties and several nematicide products on the market, the problem continues to grow. Hit stubborn nematodes with something new, Biotrinsic Z15. Indigo Ag's innovative new bionematicide is an effective way to manage challenging nematode issues. Z15 provides multiple lines of defense to disrupt nematodes' access to roots and inhibit their reproduction all season long. In field trials, agronomists have reported up to a 60% reduction in soybean cyst formation on roots, followed by a 48% increase in seed pod formation. Z15 can enhance root growth and plant development to combat nematode damage and drought stress without impacting soil health or beneficial nematodes. It also can help optimize plant health and yield performance. Defend your crops and your bottom line with Indigo's Biotrinsic Z15. Learn more at indigo.com/new Z15.
9:28. We'll probably run a little bit over time here this morning, but really, we never end at 9:30 anyway. What am I talking about?
We can do what we want.
Yeah, it's free country until you get arrested. Nebraska Land Hearing Center, right here in Broken Bow, offers free hearing evaluations and free office calls, free extended warranties on new hearing aids, extended discounts for buying local, and you receive trade-in values on your old hearing aids. Right now, well, you better check because the offer was to expire September 15th. But Roxanne oftentimes reissues her offer. So call her at 308-384-3852 because she was offering a $2,000 buy local discount. I got a feeling Roxanne might work with you on that. She's very flexible and does everything she can to make it affordable to be able to hear like you need to hear to enjoy life. Roxanne accepts I have trouble with that one. Let's be honest about it. I feel guilty about it, but accepts Care credit cards.
Oh, there you go.
This enables you to finance hearing aids for over a period of time with lower payments. Ask Roxanne about Care credit cards. She's located in the Broken Bow Chamber Building, 4 doors down from Bo Bootery. The business name is on the glass window in front. Nebraska Land Hearing Center, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
Ansley Lumber. They're in Ansley,
America.
Yes. And they are your place for building and home projects. The rave right now, barn dominiums.
They really are.
They're kind of the rave right now. And they got everything you need for that. Post-frame building estimation for barn dominiums. You can check it out at Ansley Lumber. Shingles. Who doesn't want a nice deck out on their home now? So they got everything that you can put a nice deck to the home. Armadillo and TimberTech decking available. They have deck railing, beautiful Pella and Marvin windows, premium lumber. Everything you need, folks, for your building and home projects, you'll find it at Ansley Lumber and Supply. And the really neat thing is they will deliver if needed. So give them a call today at 935-1815. Stop by Ansley Lumber and Supply. They're locally owned and operated right there in downtown Ansley. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5:30, and Saturday from 8 until noon.
We were talking about Nebraska owners insurance agency earlier, located in Callaway and Broken Bow and other locations as well. Chip, Liana, and Allison are ready to go to work for you, and it's a busy time of year because of the Medicare open enrollment planning. I believe, if we remember correctly, Liana mentioned that she can really start offering you information
October 1st. They can talk about it,
right.
And then I think you can start enrolling on the 15th.
That is correct.
Of October.
Thank you.
Thanks.
I kind of remembered the same thing, but I was glad you verified that.
Yeah, well, I'm glad I paid attention.
Yeah. You pay more attention to Liana, Chip, and Allison than you do the governor.
Ouch. Actually, yes.
Yes, we do.
You're right, I do.
All right. Well, I know that Liana is very excited about having Allison on staff. She's here in Broken Bow and going strong, getting all the license and certifications and everything behind her, which is a lot of work. But she's flying through it and ready to go for you. And then, of course, Chip's over in Callaway. If he's not on the road, he's in Callaway, and he really hones in on ag coverages for insurance, pivots, bins, equipment, and that sort of thing, cars, trucks, combines. He can help you with all of that. And Liana is an expert. She stays up to speed. She goes to classes. She goes to seminars. She stays up to speed on enrolling in Medicare. And when you get to retirement age, don't wait till you get 65. Go see Liana earlier than that, and she'll help you get headed in the right direction. The Callaway number is 308-872-6996. No, let me switch that around. That's the Broken Bow number, 872-6996. The Callaway number is 836-2201. And you can't miss the shop downtown here, the office downtown, connected to the Custer County Foundation, the old Security State Bank building. Great big red awning there. And then over at Callaway, they're right on Main Street at 1115 Kimball. And by the way, I wanted to get this out there. Allison, dad's name is Bob.
Okay.
And her father-in-law is Ron.
Oh. Okay.
I've known both of those guys most all my life.
Uh-huh.
And that's one of the things I turned around in my questions when they were here last, and that's one of the reasons that Liana is getting a free show.
Okay.
Just one of the reasons.
Yes. Here's a couple of job opportunities for you through the Nebraska Department of Transportation. They are currently accepting applications for a stellar office specialist to provide office support to staff in the Broken Bow area office. For a full job description and to apply, you need to go to this website, statejobs.nebraska.gov. Again, the Nebraska Department of Transportation accepting applications now for an office specialist. And to apply, go to statejobs.nebraska.gov. Also, they are still looking for a highway maintenance worker in Oconto and Broken Bow. Again, the Nebraska Department of Transportation has an exceptional opportunity for a highway maintenance worker in those areas. At the Nebraska Department of Transportation, they reward their employees' hard work with a friendly and supportive work environment that encourages creativity and innovation. They provide training, career development, they have advancement opportunities, ample paid time off, work-life balance, and a comprehensive benefits package. To apply, again, you go to this website, statejobs.nebraska.gov. State of Nebraska is an equal opportunity veterans preference employer.
By the way, I wanted to put out a disclaimer on my most recent comment concerning Allison and Bob and Ron.
Okay.
If you're on the show and I confuse your father or father-in-law, that doesn't necessarily mean you're getting a free show.
Okay. Again, thanks for clarifying.
There has to be to be other infractions.
Which will usually happen when you work with Dave and I on the breakfast show. Hey, this just in. Sylvester's. Time to party at Sylvester's Friday night. West Wind is coming back. 9 to 1, they'll be performing. Grab your friends and head to Sly's for a great time this Friday night. West Wind has been keeping it country for over 20 years, and they're coming to Sly's. They'll be at Sylvester's 9 to 1 this Friday night, all happening at the
Quiet little place that rocks.
Sylvester's in Broken Bow.
We'll be right back. Oh, you like my shirt?
Yeah. I always that's a shirt that you've worn a
Long
lot.
time, yeah.
Yeah, I've had it for a long time. Got the snaps, the pearl snaps. You you did not have to show me how easy it unsnaps, believe me. Thanks a lot.
Sure.
Won't get that out. Can't get that image out of my mind for the rest of the day. Eek.
Well, anyway, they're very comfortable, and this shirt came from a place called Dry Creek Western Wear in Burwell, Nebraska.
Join us for 3 big days of Junk Jaunt celebration here at Dry Creek Western Wear in Burwell. September 21st to the 23rd, take 10% off all regular price merchandise, plus the Dry Creek tent outside will be full of 50% off merchandise. That's right, half price off the lowest price on all sale items. Savings outside and savings inside. Now that's a Junk Jaunt celebration. Stop in Thursday and Friday 9 to 7 and Saturday 9 to 5 at Dry Creek Western Wear in Burwell. It's Junk Jaunt time under the big red boot.
All right, I believe we've covered all of our points that we wanted to bring you today. I hope you enjoyed the presentations about our young people in the area doing fantastic things. We received a nice note from Mildred. Wonderful to hear about our young people. We agree, Mildred. And it's so much fun to do stories about those kinds of things. And we'll try to do some more. I know that they were talking last night at the school board meeting about accolades for some of the teachers and kids that were highlighted. And I know we had some stories on some of those they talked about last night on Sandhills Express earlier. So there's always some good things going on.
Good.
And what I'd like to do at this time
Yes.
to close the show, I'm going to set you free. And I'm just going to mellow out here with a little song from Van Morrison, if you don't mind. And,
okay.
Kind of get ready for the rest of the day.
You bet.
And if you like, you can fade me out over on KCNI, or you can wait for the milk squirting into the bucket.
Okay.
All right. Thanks, Brent.
You bet, Dave.
Oh, let me just do this.
Oh, yes.
I'm going to push this, but I got to do this video thing correctly. I'm going to go to host only.